Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So today is not going to be a long video, but I do want to say that you have the power to change your life. I know sometimes we get stuck in a loop of just doing the same thing day in, day out, doing the same thing, going to work, right? But you literally have the power to change your life. Let me tell you guys, one of my best friends, her and her family, like her man, her kids, they moved to Kansas. Just was like, hey, I need a change. And I was like, girl, that is amazing, because sometimes we're so stuck in a loop that we just get stuck, right? And you don't make a change. And I was like, even if you guys don't like Kansas, which they're gonna move back, so I'm kind of happy. I'm like, yay, my friend's back. But like, even if you didn't like Kansas, at least you guys took that chance to just move out, to do something different, and to go for it. So for you guys, do something different. Do something different in your life. Even if it's like, even if you're a coffee drinker and you get the same thing every single day, maybe switch it up. Maybe get a smoothie. Maybe do something different. Maybe do a different route to work, right? Sometimes when we're driving to work, you're like, I hope that was a green light, because I don't even know, because your body is so on auto tune, on auto, where you're like, I think that was a green light. I don't even know if it was a green light or not. We get so stuck in our daily life that we do not take a chance. You think about your desires, right? You think about, okay, I want to do this, this, and this, but sometimes we fail to actually act on what we want to do. So I just want to tell you guys, please just take a chance, do something different, change up your routine some way, somehow. If you don't go to the gym, maybe start going to the gym, maybe start walking around the block, maybe just doing something different can kind of spark that in your brain that yes, okay. And then once you continue to do something different, try something else, maybe a bigger change. Maybe if you're like, damn, I don't really like my city, maybe it's time to move. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to take a chance. Don't be afraid to take a risk, because you can do it. You can do anything you put your mind to. Okay? That was on my heart to say, like, you guys, you can do anything you put your mind to. And I want you guys to look at these videos, and I hope you guys have an amazing day and be brave.
If nothing changes, nothing changes. And yet, somehow we expect things to change. You think you're gonna get in better shape. You think you're gonna get more money. You think your relationship is gonna improve without you doing anything. But it isn't. So, make changes. And start little. Get up a little bit earlier. Get a workout done. It doesn't have to be epic. Change the little things, and over time, you can change your life. But if you don't change what you're doing and how you do it, nothing else will change.
When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. The most fundamental and major decision that you have to make in your life is this: do I live in a friendly or a hostile universe? Which is it? Is it a universe that is filled with hostility and anger and people wanting to hate each other and people wanting to kill each other? Is that what you see? Because when you see the world that way, that's exactly what you will create for yourself in your life.
There's only one thing in the whole universe over which you have complete control, and that is your thoughts. If you wish to change any of the conditions of your life, you have to change the thoughts that precede those conditions. You have to change what is going on in your mind. Whatever you believe with feeling, and this is the key, with feeling, and the more emotion you put into a belief, becomes your reality. If you believe something that is positive or believe something that is negative, or as Henry Ford said, if you believe you can do a thing or if you believe you cannot, you are right. Most of the limitations we have do not exist in reality. They exist only in your own mind. We have a deep down desire inside of us to remain consistent. So we're always trying to view our world, rationalize our world, interpret our world so that it is consistent with what we have already decided to believe. However, if we begin to change our beliefs, we begin to change our reality.
One thing we have to understand about an identity, it's only going to get you to a certain point. right? Information is only, it can only work up into a certain threshold. So this is why I keep telling people, like, for you to hit the new level, you're going to have to become somebody that you've never been. Who you were to get to the level that where you're at, that's great. That worked, but it ain't going to work going to the next level. You have to reinvent yourself. You have to create a new identity, a new self-concept, a new level of self-worth. When you create a new level of self-worth and a new self-concept, now that frequency, that vibration, that version of you will be resonating at the next level of whatever it is you want to accomplish. So this is where people don't realize you can't keep doing the same things and being the same person and think you're going to get different results. You're going to have to become somebody that you have never been in order for you to do something that you have never done.
Changes if nothing changes, man. And I'm not preaching at you. I'm just, I just want to remind you, because you know, I've spent a lot of time in my life sitting around wanting things to change, and not being able to make them change, and not thinking I could. And I wish somebody had told me that earlier sometime.